Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Del Millers, author, speaker, and syndicated nutrition columnist. Thanks for stopping by. Did you know that you too can build your leanest body ever without following any of the fad diets out there or without depriving yourself of all the things you enjoy eating? I've got your attention now, don't I? Good, because you can, and I'm going to show you how. Now, I realize that all the experts have been telling you that you should do this, you should do that, you should exercise, you should eat right, you should, right? But we all know those things, but they're not exactly getting through to most people, are they? No, they're not. Why? Well, case in point, did you know that by the year 2030, the obesity rate projection for all 50 states is projected to be over 44% in all 50 states? And in 16 states, it's projected to be over 66%. Now, I don't know about you, but that's alarming, and you should be alarmed because whether you are at your ideal body weight, you're overweight or obese, it affects all of us. It affects us in our pocketbooks, it affects us in our businesses, it affects us in our communities. It affects all of us. So that's something that we all need to be concerned about. So today I am here to recruit you to do your part. You're asking, what can I do? Well, here's what you can do. You can be an example of someone living a fit, healthy lifestyle. Can you do that? Of course you can do that. You know, there are only two ways to bring light into the darkness. One is to be the candle, and the other is to be the mirror that reflects the candle. Be the candle or be the mirror that reflects the candle. Right? Now, I don't mean to preach to you or anything like that, but a lot of people out there are struggling. And I know that the old approach just really isn't working. So my approach is a bit different. You know, I try to look at things a bit differently. You know, what I do, my approach is to inspire, support, and encourage people. Encourage you to be the best you've ever been, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, so that you will learn to feel your strength, own your power, and live your best life. Isn't that what we all want? We all want to live our best lives, right? So, you know, the challenge and the opportunity the challenge is that a lot of people are out there struggling with their bodies, their weight, their health, their lives. The opportunity that we have here is to lead by example, because we affect people in so many different ways, right? And that's the whole point of this program here that I've started, is to help people. Why? Because I realize that, well, a lot of people are struggling. They're struggling with their bodies, they're struggling with their health, they're struggling with their fitness. Some of you are stuck where you are. You don't know where to turn. Others, well, they don't stick with anything long enough to make it stick, right? They follow the latest fad diet for, you know, a few months, then they move on to the next thing. Nothing really sticks. Now, I know some of you have really been doing the work and have gotten results, but now you may have plateaued a bit. And you're asking yourself, well, where do I go from here? Well, all of those cases really stem from the same thing, the same root cause. And that is, you don't really have enough understanding of basic physiology, your basic physiology of your body. I'll talk about that more in a second. But let's get back to why most people are struggling. Most people are struggling because, well, they're doing boring, meaningless activities that they can't see how it impacts the rest of their lives. And if you're doing boring, meaningless stuff, you're walking on the treadmill and it's so boring and there's no inspiration. But if it's boring and it's meaningless, it doesn't mean anything to you. You're not going to be motivated to do it, right? If you're not motivated to do it, eventually you're going to quit. Isn't that what happens to most people? That's why they start, they stop, they start, they stop, they start, they stop. Why? When there's no meaning, there's no motivation. If there's no motivation, eventually you will struggle in your actions. When you struggle, eventually you will quit. Why? Who wants to sit around in struggle, right? Life is too bloody short. So, let's move on. Here's what I'm going to do for you in in this video training program that I've started, and it's free to you. So hey, check it out. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna teach you a little bit about your basic physiology. What is it you need to understand? You need to understand the fat burning process. You need to understand how the things you do help or detract from the fat burning process. You need to understand your metabolism. What is it? How do you affect it? What can you do to boost your metabolism? Okay, you need to understand how food interact in the body. What does the body do to food? That's just basic stuff. And I'm going to break it down for you. So don't worry, this is not a science class. This is just going to be basic physiology that I'm going to break things down for you. Next, you need to understand how to get results without frustration. Right? You need to understand how to put all of this together into a good fitness program, into a good eating plan, learning how to change things up. Because most people don't get results because they don't know how to change things up. It's like the people I see at the gym who constantly do the same things over and over and over again. How do you expect to get any results? Your body get used to it. It doesn't have to put any effort into it. You need to understand that change is the only constant. The only thing you should be doing that is constant is change. So we're going to talk about all that, and you're going to become a student. I'm going to teach you how to become a student, right? This is coaching, baby. I'm going to coach you. Now, keep in mind that people pay me thousands of dollars to teach them all of this, right? To coach them through all of this. I'm going to give you this program for free as part of my new video training program here at my sites. Because there's a problem and we really need to do something about it. And what I want you to do is your part. I want you to be the candle or the mirror that reflects the candle. And I'm going to show you how to do that, right? Ultimately, my goal is to help you to develop a whole new paradigm, a whole new language, a whole new way of seeing things. A paradigm, that word I got from Stephen Covey years ago in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He talks about creating a new paradigm, shifting the glasses, the lens through which you see the world, right? So now instead of thinking about weight loss, I'm going to have you thinking about how do you become a co-creator, a creator of your own experience. How do you create the body you want to have? What do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? How are you interacting in the rest of your life? How is this fitness thing impacting the rest of your life? Family, business, all areas of your life. Those are the things that we're going to shift that conversation in your head to you taking charge of your own experience, okay? And until next time, I'm Dr. Del Millers. I'll see you on the other side.